Hello class, Mr. Stone here. Our lesson for today is going to be on the box and Whisker plots and finding the outliners. We've done these, finding ranges and so forth, and this is kind of like an expansion of finding different ranges, okay, that you might use on a data thing. I'll just go back to you might work for a town hall, and they're doing a data on where to spend money, so they're taking population, the ages, and if the ages of the population in the town are older, maybe they'll build a senior center. But maybe if they're younger, they'll build another child playground. Or if they're real young, maybe they'll build a little water park for kids. Okay, this is what they use this for. But a lot of times, if you just said, hey, how old are you? How old are you? How old are you? And you're just writing these numbers down, when you show them to these city councilmen, they don't make any sense because there's just too many numbers. It might be 1,500, 2,000 people in the town, and you put that data together and it doesn't make any sense. So they come up with this box of Whisker plot, and they can actually read that. They can look and say, wow, hey, more of the population is at an older group or more of the population is a younger group, okay? So that's kind of how they will look at it, okay? That's one of the reasons. I put these formulas on the tape, so you can kind of screenshot this and you'll have these formulas, okay? Because we're going to cover a lot of things in this. And as we go, I'll show you how each one of these works. But you screenshot what I have up on the screen and you can see it, okay? First, what you're going to get on a test is you're going to get numbers, and they'll look like this. The 8, 6, 10, 38, 12, 4, 2. What you have to do now is you kind of have to write these in ascending order. Start with the lowest and go to the highest, okay? So on this one here, the first number would be 2. Then it'd be 4. Then it'd be 6. Then it'd be 8. Then it'd be 10. Then it'd be 12. And the last one would be 38. Those are your numbers in ascending order. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put these on a line graph, okay? So what you do first is the minimum number, okay? I just start writing these down. This is what I like to do. Minimum is 2. The maximum is 38. Now, you have to find out what quadrant 1 is, quadrant 2, and Q3 is, okay? And the way that works is I'd start with Q2 first, okay? So you get Q2, okay? And what that will be, it'll be the middle number, okay? The median number, okay? So usually what I do is I don't cross a line through them because you're going to have to read these numbers again and again and again. And if you put a black line through it, maybe you're going to read the number wrong, okay? So I usually just write a little line underneath. There's one on one end, and there's another one, another one, another one, another. I'm just crossing off these numbers from the ends, and I'll come up with one in the middle. Q2 is 8. That's the minimum number. That's the middle, okay? The median, okay? Now, of the ones I have left, I have to find Q1, which will be the left-hand side of the 8, okay? What's the middle number of that, okay? So I just do the same thing, okay? Right now, we only have 3 numbers, so it's relatively easy, but you might have 50 numbers, 100 numbers, so it's not as easy, okay? So I come up with Q1. Q1 is 4. Okay, now I do it to the other side. Like again, we only have 3, so it's a little easier. Okay, Q3 is 12. Okay, so now, if on the test, if they asked, hey, you have to fill in the blank, what's Q1, what's Q2, what's Q3, or what's the minimum and maximum, I'd be filling these in as you find them, because that way at least they're marked in the correct spot on the test. So if the teacher, hey, the class, the test is ended, you got to hand in your papers, put your pencils down. At least you might have answered a few of them, okay, if you're running out of time. And, hey, maybe you get 2 points for each one. So if you answer 3 of them, you just picked up 6 points, just like that, okay? So that's how I do that, okay? And now, let's put them on the graph, okay? So we go below, okay? The first one is the medium. I'm going to put just dots, okay? Well, really what I usually mark, I shouldn't have said medium and maximum first. I usually do the Q1, Q2, Q3 first, okay? So let's do the Q2. Okay, that's 8. So I'm going to put a little dot there. A dot where 8 is. Okay, right above it. Now Q3 is 12, so I'm going to put a dot there. Okay, and Q1 is 4. So we're going to put a little dot there. This is what makes my box, okay? So what I do is I draw a straight line down there, and I draw a little rectangle box. Straight down. Here's my Q1. Now we can write above if I want. Q1, Q2, and Q3. There I am, right there. I got that marked, okay? Now, okay, I put my minimum. My minimum's 2. Right there, I'll put a little dot. And my maximum is 38, so it's all the way out here. Okay? So now I just draw a straight line to my rectangle box, and that's how it would look, just like that. So I just do the box and whisper thing. Okay? And that's basically what the teacher's looking for in the test. Okay? But there's a next thing they're looking for. Okay? They're looking for what they call outliners. Of all these numbers you have above, okay, what's like, should I just drop and not pay attention to this, okay? Or reinvestigate. I'll just use ages. Say this was ages above. Is the kid in the 3rd grade or the 5th grade really 38 years old? I don't think so. So, hey, maybe you better check that figure again in case they wrote it down wrong, okay? So how they find outliners, okay, right up here, there's a little formula, okay? I'll write the formula right here, okay? So the formula states it's Q1 minus, because what you're trying to do on the Q1, that's the one on the far left of this rectangle box you drew is the Q1. You're trying to find what's the furthest to the left I can go. Okay, I'm going to the left. I'm going towards 0. I'm going to pass 0 maybe. Okay, what's the furthest I can go that it would still be considered a viable number that they gave me? Okay, and anything outside that, hey, maybe I shouldn't even look at that number, or hey, reinvestigate or trash it. Okay, and now on the other one, it's Q3. And now that's a plus, okay? They want to go more to the right, okay? So what's a viable number more to the right? Or what's too far that, hey, I shouldn't even pay attention to it, and they call that an outliner, okay? So the formula is Q1, okay, which we looked up Q1, that's 4, minus, and now brackets, okay? So that means you do it first. Don't forget on PEMDAS, you do what's inside the brackets first, okay? That's what PEMDAS says. So you do 1.5 times IQR. And hey, how do you figure the IQR? Well, it's right over here. This is another little formula. But this is a real easy one. This is actually the IQR. I'm going to write here. IQR is really Q3. Q3, and we looked that up. That's 12. 12 minus Q1. Okay, we're trying to find the stuff in the middle. See it right here? Right there. We're trying to find that, okay? Okay, Q1 is 4. So it equals 8. And that's the IQR, is 8. And that was all there was to find. That's relatively easy to find, okay? You just got to learn these couple little formulas, but really formulas, and you start thinking, hey, I want to find the middle numbers. What are they? And that's how you find that, okay? But you use it in this formula, okay? So let's go down, and I'll still leave the formula up there so you can kind of see it. And it's right there at the top of the page, okay? So to find the first one, it's Q1, right, which is 4, minus, now we got brackets, remember the brackets, 1.5 times, I'm just going to write a dot instead of the x. I kind of hate the x, okay? Because later on when we're solving for things, a lot of times they use x in the equation, okay? So it's 4 minus 12 equals negative 8. So the first one's negative 8, so I'm going to write it way down here. So that means anything beyond negative 8, okay, this is your last acceptable number, okay, is negative 8, okay? Anything on the left-hand side of that, left-hand side, so that'd be a small number, we're going to throw out. We're not even going to count, okay? So now let's do the other one, okay? So now that is Q3, okay? Q3, we looked that up, and that was 12, okay? So 12, and now this is a plus, because we want to move a little further to the right. Plus 1.5 times 8 equals 12. Plus 12 equals 24. So that's the outliner to the right-hand side. So anything past, I'm going to write it right here. I'm going to write 24. There's the number, okay? That's the acceptable range that we're going to take. Anything outside that range, we're not going to take. We're going to consider it an outliner. We're going to say, hey, something's wrong with this number. And hey, where's that 38 up here fall? There's the 38. Where's that fall? That's an outliner. So 38 is an outliner. Outliner. And that's all there was to find the outliner, okay? You just got to learn this little formula. And just remember, on the Q1, you want to go to the left. You're getting smaller, so it's a minus, okay? It's always minus if you want something smaller. And on the Q3, you're going to the right, okay? So it's going to be a plus. So it's just 1.5. And you know how to find the IQR? It's that middle section there. You want to find what's there. That's Q3 minus Q1. And that's all there is to it, okay? If there's any questions, let me know in the comments. And remember what I said is math can be fun, okay? Have a great day. Thank you very much.